This about humility just really just floods in, because there's all this seeing lately that's backwards in me from what I thought it should be.
And how do you mean?
And it's just that there's this rising up. There's this some strength that I'm not really doing, that comes out that I would have thought was really inappropriate or weird before. Just something, I don't know, I want to say in defense of myself, but it's not really quite like that.
No,
it's just the truth.
That's right. It is not in defense, it is the truth. Conditioning has conditioned this one her whole life to be small. It has been, the conditioning has been the doormat conditioning. Receive everything, say nothing, be a good little girl no matter what is coming in. And all of that is changing because truth is moving through, and truth is the only true strength. And what looked to be strength out there is weakness. It is the same thing as the doormat. Its protection is just aggression, but it's coming out of weakness. It's the same thing, but truth is coming out of truth. And nothing can touch it. And it will work in ways that are foreign and unknown. It's not protecting myself, it is truth. And you do not know what it will do, but you can feel its strength. It's beauty.
When it rises up, I love it, but it can be very unsettling. The construct just hates it.
Yes, well, the construct is afraid of it. The construct was conditioned not to do that. So what happens is there initially is a fear. When you start to feel it welling up, there's like this, oh no! You know, but sweetie, that is temporary.
I know.
It is temporary.
Yes. Yeah, it's temporary. Very good.
Yes, very, very good. So watch out.
Be careful of me.
Imagine that. Be careful of me. Did she say that?
Another thing is, I'm awesome. That's really embarrassing to say.
Oh, that is great. That is really embarrassing. You know, how could you say such an egocentric thing?
God.
Oh, now here comes the wave. You know, this is letting it burn, letting that insane conditioning burn. You are awesome.
I love you.
So beautiful. So beautiful. You know, I know most everyone in here knows this, but just in case, it's very important. You know, this process of humility, which is the most beautiful thing, in the beginning it is all about getting, and that has a role. There are these openings, and it creates fire, willingness, and it is very, very important, but eventually what it reveals is that the beauty is not in the getting, the beauty is in the humbling. It is not about the ego getting more, it is about the unraveling of the ego. Then it is no longer about me in the future. What reveals itself as this humbling process occurs is that humbling is not just this kind of idea of humbling, this passive receptivity. It is whatever is coming in the opposite direction of what has been conditioned. It takes over by itself. If the conditioning is that I am it, then the humbling is the recognition that you are nothing. If the conditioning is that I am nothing, it is the recognition that you are it. And it always comes in and the mind goes, oh no. But that oh no is dissolving like smoke. And then the actions of the body become completely and totally unpredictable because they are not based on familiarity. And then there is this aliveness in it and the flavor of the love that is driving it. And the recognition is whatever happens through it is perfection. It just opens itself everywhere. And it is not possible to own any of it because there's no relationship with any of it. And then the relationship becomes with totality, which is what it is being offered to. It is being offered to itself. And then through all the changes, the taste begins becoming what is unchanging, because that is what it is opening up. It's so beautiful to witness, the nature of this construct, so terrified of everything, the epitome of meekness. It is everywhere. It is everywhere in your reflection because it is happening inside of you. And all of the experience of others are reflections of aspects of you. Just like a nighttime dream, every player is a reflection. There is the character that is me, and there are all the other characters, but they are all role-playing aspects of yourself. Upon coming into this life dream, there was the taking in, consciousness taking in an imprint of ignorance, forgetfulness. One imprint, and immediately upon the formation of the shell is the experience of me and other. And the other is always the perpetrator, and the me is the victim. But it's one imprint. As soon as the shell happens, the taste of that is lost. But that is the truth of it. And these dreams, these nighttime dreams, come in as a window, eventually revealing that the daytime is a daytime dream. We come in and it is like this seamless piece of glass that drops on the floor and shatters into a million pieces, and the largest piece is me. And in this process of stopping and learning to be still, releasing the habit of endless running away from myself, which so commonly is found in spiritual circles. But the stopping of running away from anything, there begins to be the ability to receive. And what begins to be seen is that the reflection is offering the possibility of all of these pieces coming back together. There becomes the taste of myself in everything, in every player. There begins to be the feeling of the innocence in what seemed to be perpetration. It could not be stopped, it was conditioned. There begins to be the seeing that what feels so personal is not personal at all. It just feels that way out of this shell of protection. All of the pieces coalesce And then there is the readiness for the teachings of the true masters who came into this life by and large with no karma and just fell into it. And then what is offered from that, as simple as a gaze, can blast the whole thing